Good morning and welcome back to Yogi's Cycle Service. We got some good stuff here. We got my Ultra Classic. This is a 2014 Harley Davidson Ultra Limited. And today, a good friend of mine from California sent me, wait a minute, that's not right. Dude, it says Universal Helmet Block. He was supposed to send me a lowering kit. That doesn't make sense. Inside here. Stuff all on the floor. Oh, it is! It is a lowering kit. Actually, I knew that all along. But I have no idea what kind of lowering kit this is. This is a used lowering kit. Came off of his bike, which was a 2013 Street Guide, I believe. From doing a little searching though, got some notes. I believe this is the Burly Brand lowering kit for this model bike, and I believe they fit, from what I can see, 2009 to 2016 Electra Guides, Road Kings, the FLH series bikes. Part number B2842008. The one thing I did see in this video, because there is, well, not in the video, but it's actually a PDF download that I saw when looking up these parts. It comes with the lowering block and also 2 bolts that go in there, so you can move your shocks. Basically what you're doing with this lowering kit is you're going to take your shock off of where it mounts and you're going to move it back, and that should drop your bike 1 inch. So this particular brand is designed to drop your bike 1 inch. Like I said, it is the Burly Brand. Really the only thing you need for that is a 3/4 inch socket. We should be able to accomplish all this with a 3/4 inch socket. I would recommend using blue loctite. I don't like the liquid loctite. This blue stuff is a gel. Actually comes from Lowe's. It kind of is like a deodorant. You take it and you twist the bottom, and the gel, the loctite gel, comes out the top. I like this better than liquid gels. For me, it just seems to work better. So we're going to go ahead and tackle that. First thing we're going to do is remove these saddlebags to get this going. The instructions, when you look at the PDF instructions online, it says remove the shock boot, the rubber boot on the shock, on the stock shocks. I'm not exactly sure why. The only reason I can think of is maybe it'll rub this saddlebag on the inside after you move that shock back 1 inch, which will lower you 1 inch. But I'm going to do it without removing the shock boot and put these saddlebags on after we've got the shocks moved and see what things look like. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to get these saddlebags taken off, and then we'll start and get the bike lifted. I have a jack underneath the lift here. You can see the bike is up on the table ready to go. So we're going to go ahead and why don't we start off by getting this jack put up underneath. Get some of that pressure off the rear wheel. All right, we got our jack up. I'm going to hold it there just in case we need to move it, make either raise or lower the bike depending upon how these shocks come off. So let's go ahead now and get our saddlebags removed. But before we do that, I want to do one thing. I want to take this tape measure and I want to measure and see exactly where our fender is. 31.5 inches is where we're at currently. Well, actually, it's probably more like 31.25. We're going to go with that, 31.25. Let's get these saddlebags off. So with the saddlebags off, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen this nut on this side. The second thing I'm going to do is we're going to remove this bolt. I said nut, it's actually a bolt. We're going to loosen this one and we're going to remove this one. So let's go ahead and do that. There you give this probably about a half a turn, a little bit more to loosen that up. Now let's go ahead and fully remove this bolt here. Remember, your bike is up on the jack, it is fully supported. If there is too much pressure on here, you can go ahead and lift it a little higher to take some of that pressure off. You don't want to take this bolt out and see your bike drop, or pinch this bolt, put any stress on that bolt. So we're going to go ahead and take all that pressure off by lifting the bike up with a jack. There you go, the bolt came out, and that jack, it didn't move at all, so I think we got our jack at the right height. Let's go ahead and do the same before we get these installed on the other side. Again, about a half turn, just so that can move. When that did drop. So because that dropped, let's go ahead and raise that up a little bit, see where we're at. All right. The thing about these that I noticed is it doesn't give you a left and a right side. So let's push this out of the way. And that goes on the other side. They do not tell you to identify left and right. And that one, I believe, fits on just like that. And that shock will go through the rear bolt. Like I said, it called for taking this boot off. I think we're going to leave this boot on and see how it fits. The boot was loose on there. Saddlebag, that probably came off at one point in time. All right, with the shocks off and everything ready to go, we're going to mount these to the frame. The important thing to note that when mounting to the frame, it physically slides over this piece. You can't put it on this way. You have to go in and put it on that way. Once you've got it in and in place, you have two different length bolts. Your stock bolt, which came, and the bolt that comes with the kit. We're going to want to use this bolt because it's the longer bolt for the rear hole where the shock mounts to the bracket. We're going to use the shorter bolt to mount it to your frame. So let's go ahead, and before we get it on, let's get some blue Loctite. Make sure we got some blue Loctite on it. Squeeze it out. Loctite on our bolt. Spin it around, get it good and juiced up with Loctite. Again, using blue. You don't want to use the red because the red's going to make it a permanent fixture unless you heat it and get it off. So we're going to use blue for this application here. Get that bolt started. Go ahead and get that bolt tightened down. It's in. All right, that side is on. And take the longer bolt, make sure our holes line up, which they do because we have our jack underneath the bike set at the right height. Put our Loctite on this bolt here. Go ahead and get it going. Get it started in that hole. You may have to move your bike, depending on the angle. This frame here, so you can get in and tighten that bolt up. Notice we did leave this boot on. Tighten that one down. So we got our short bolt in this side and our long bolt in this side, and it does not stick out past the back of this block. So the only thing we have left to do to make sure is that we tighten that one back down. So let's go around to the other side and do the same thing on the other side. It's right in front. On it. All right, we're going to put some Loctite on the short bolt. Get that good and juiced up. Put that short bolt put in first. Get it tightened down. Get our long bolt. And this Burly brand only has one mounting hole. There are other lowering kits that will have 3 mounting holes, so you can set inch, inch and a half, and I assume 2 inches on that there. And for this, I need to go down just a hair. Line up this lift. All right. Line up the holes. Alright, now that is in and tight, both are tight. Let's go ahead and tighten down our top again. Okay, it's one side. Tighten down the top on the other side. Alright, the lowering kit is now on. Now comes the moment of truth. We were at, I believe, 31 1/4 before. Oh, we're still on the lift. Forgot about that. Now that we have the lowering kit on, let's go ahead and lower down our center stand, center jack. All right. Our jack is down. So let's check it out. Where are we now? We are at 30 3/8. So 7/8. The bike has gone down 7/8 of an inch. So we're going to put the saddlebags on. We're going to take this for a ride and see how it feels. I hope you have a wonderful day. I thank you for joining us at Yogi Cycle Service. I ask you to go ahead and like, subscribe, share, visit our Instagram page, Yogi Cycle Service, and visit our Facebook page, Yogi Cycle Service. I thank you for joining us today for this project. Remember, this is a Burly Brand lowering kit, B2842008. From what I've seen on the web, takes 2009 to 2016 electric rides and road kings, basically the touring bikes, the FLHs. Have a great day, and we'll catch you next video.